Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning for January 17, 2024, fireman charged with murder for death of woman in St. Anne. Police have charged the fireman who was taken into custody for the death of an elderly woman in Claremont, St. Anne. Dwayne Simpson, 40, was charged for the murder of 63-year-old Maxine Parkinson of Archer Hill in Claremont, St. Anne. Parkinson's body was found on Wednesday, January 10, after she was reported missing. Lawmen say she was found in bushes with head injuries. The fireman was taken into custody following investigations. It is understood that the firefighter took the police to a location in Nine Palm in the parish and pointed out the body of the elderly woman, which was in a state of decomposition. Police said a flashlight and a pair of blue slippers said to belong to the deceased and a black phone charger were at the scene. A black Toyota Voxy owned by Simpson was processed at the Claremont police station. A brown stain resembling blood was reportedly swabbed from a machete found inside the driver's door. Blood samples were also taken from the AC unit, trunk, and the running board of the vehicle. Blue paint samples were also taken from the front passenger seat and the running board, the police said. Woman on murder rap says she's depressed. A 42-year-old woman accused of stabbing a man to death during an altercation has asked the court to intervene to help her because she is suffering from severe depression. Charged is Sharon Tanisha Thompson, a resident of Farm Heights, Montego Bay in St. James. She is accused of killing 32-year-old Dominic White Guy Poirier of Ryan Park, also in St. James. Thompson is being represented by attorney-at-law Jermaine Campbell. When the case was heard in the St. James Parish Court on Monday, Thompson asked if she could get help because she has been depressed since the incident. Your Honor, I've been suffering from a case of depression since the incident, ever since this happened. My head goes and comes. What happened was a mistake. I mean it from my heart, Your Honor, she said. After listening to her appeal, Presiding Judge Keisha Grant Price expressed the view that the accused would benefit from psychiatric intervention. The judge then ordered that Thompson undergo psychiatric evaluation and remanded her in custody until February 22. According to the police report, about 7:15 a.m. on September 11, 2023, Poirier and Thompson had a dispute when a knife was used to inflict stab wounds to Poirier's upper body. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Thompson was arrested and subsequently charged. Madras remanded on gun and ammunition charges. 47-year-old Nigel Madras Bailey, the wanted man who was recently captured in Kingston Town, St. Catherine, is set to appear in the gun court on February 16. Bailey is charged with breaches of the Firearms Act and was remanded when he appeared in the St. Catherine Parish Court on Tuesday. Attorney Maurice McCurdy told the court that he desired to apply for bail on Bailey's behalf. However, Presiding Judge Yvette Wentworth Miller told the lawyer she was not minded to hear the application and would transfer the case to the proper jurisdiction in the gun court. Bailey was arrested on January 5 during a police operation in the Top Mountain area of Kingston Town. The police say he was held with a Smith & Wesson pistol affixed with a magazine containing 15 rounds of ammunition. They say a further search revealed an additional 39 rounds of ammunition. He was arrested and subsequently charged with the possession of a prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition. Police witness says she transcribed the secret recordings over 3 visits to witness in lockup. 25 transcripts of the secretly recorded conversations between contractor killer Denverlin Bubbler Minot and the Portland businessman Everton Beachy Stout MacDonald were yesterday tendered into evidence. The documents were tendered into evidence following the testimony of a police sergeant who transcribed the conversations. The 68-year-old businessman, accused of orchestrating the August 2020 murder of his wife Tonya, is being tried in the Home Circuit Court along with Oscar Barnes, 33, St. Mary Tyler. Minot, the murder convict turned prosecution witness, who is currently serving a 19-year prison sentence for his role in the murder, previously testified that MacDonald contracted him to kill Tonya for $3 million, but that he subcontracted the hit to Barnes. The Portland fisherman had also told the court that he gave the police about 120 secretly recorded conversations which he had captured on his phone. Manott said he gave the police the phone with the recordings when they raided his home on August 5, 2020. The phone in question was tendered into evidence earlier in the trial. The police witness during her evidence-in-chief testimony told the court that she started preparing the transcripts after visiting Manott while he was in police lockup and listening to 3 of the recordings. The court heard that the sergeant made 3 visits and that she completed the transcripts between May 11 and September last year. According to her, she visited on September 7 and 15 and during those visits read over the transcripts to Manott. She was, however, taken to task by one of McDonald's lawyers, Christopher Townsend, for not capturing in her statement the dates she started preparing the transcript and the 2 dates in September she visited Manott. Asked why she had left out that bit of information about the dates from her statement, the witness insisted that it was an oversight. The witness, who had earlier testified that Manott had not signed the transcripts, when asked if she was certain that it was Manott with whom she had read over the documents, said she was certain as she was introduced to him in 2020. Townsend also asked the witness why the last 2 dates were not mentioned in the statement she gave to the police. Later in the proceedings, Barnes' lawyer Vincent Leslie grilled the witness about the police's reason for not capturing Barnes' arrest. The trial last week saw a 1 minute and 42-second long recording of a video of the police on the day Manott pointed out Barnes while he was sitting on a corner in St. Mary. The 20-year-old police veteran, who is a trained videographer, was then asked to explain why she did not record the arrest. Initially, she told the court that she had parked too far away from where Barnes was pointed out and was unable to see. However, she later changed her answer after Wellesley asked her if she had been left behind to guard Manott, and she conceded that that was the real reason. Asked if it was important, she agreed it was, but said, "I could not leave the vehicle. I was the only officer in the vehicle with Manott." She added that it was more important to secure the witness. She had told the court that she was part of a police team who had traveled with Manott to look at locations where he met with Barnes, and that the chief investigator and another officer had left her in the car for about 30 minutes and went to arrest Barnes. Leslie also questioned the witness about a description of Barnes that she had written in her statement, in which she described him as being dark, slim, and 5 feet 7 inches. Barnes' description has also been a bone of contention for his defense team, who has argued that the police were never given a description of him or his name when they were told about the person by Manott. Asked how she came by the description, the sergeant said she was told by the chief investigator. As an experienced police officer, do you agree that you should not have written a description because you did not see Barnes when he was arrested? The officer, however, maintained that she was given the description and refused to give a direct answer to the question, prompting Wellesley to move on. The trial will resume on Thursday. FLA workers on strike over wage concerns. Licensed firearm holders and other customers of the Firearm Licensing Authority will face delays as workers have taken industrial action over wage negotiations. The FLA says the Finance Ministry is displaying a blatant disregard for workers' rights in terms of its approach to wage negotiations with the entity. Staff are protesting the compensation package put forward by the government. They had rejected the offer last August, and the Center proposed the changes to the government. However, a source says not much has changed. The FLA is now calling for an intervention at the highest level. It is unclear how long staff will stay off the job. CEO Shane Darling says all FLA locations in Kingston, St. Anne, St. James, and Manchester have been affected. Calls and a WhatsApp message to Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark have gone unanswered. Meanwhile, Information Minister Robert Morgan said he will seek an update on the situation before speaking. This is the second time in 5 months that FLA staff are walking off the job over compensation concerns. They did so last August when operations were affected for 2 days.
recorded.